So, hello everyone. It's our second broadcast of Serbzilla Challenge 2022. Today, we're going to discuss EET compliance, uh, all the possible ways to improve it, what are the pitfalls when you work on it, and if you're new to our challenge, it's your first time on the broadcast, I'd like to remind you that you still can participate in the challenge, where we select the best SEO specialists. You will have to provide a project you are going to promote, and who does it best wins the prize. And our prize fund is $3,000. You can apply for participation at Serbzilla website. So today we're going to have two guests to discuss our topic. And today's topic is, what exactly is EAT and why does it matter to Google? We're going to have Sandeep Malia and Surab Rana. So our first presentation you're going to see, it's going to be from Sandeep. Sandeep, hi.
Awesome. Thanks for having me on the webinar, Alex. This is the second time I'm doing a Serbzilla webinar, so super excited. Last time we had a really good discussion on this channel, so hopefully we can have a similar sort of discussion, and I'm looking forward to sharing some insights.
Great. So
Hi Alex, thank you for inviting me. This is also my second webinar with Subzilla, and I got very good positive response from the first one. And like Sandeep, I'm also very happy and excited both. And there's one more thing: the topic that you have chosen for this webinar is really very good. I hope that our audience will gain some good insights and implement on their websites. Thank you.
great. And before we start, I'd like to remind our viewers that you can, during the presentation, during the stream today, you can ask questions. We will redirect these questions to our experts, to our team, and hopefully all of you, or at least some of you, will get your answers. So feel free to participate, even as a viewers. So, Sandeep, let's
Awesome.
begin.
So I'm going first. Okay, cool. Let me just open the slides. Okay, cool. Just checking if I have the right slides. Okay, so like Alex said, the topic is what is Google Eat and why it's important. It's one of my favorite topics to discuss on SEO, and I would just like to share some of the actionable tips that you can do to improve your site's EAT. So before we start, an introduction about me. I'll not take much of your time. I'm an entrepreneur and blogger from Bangalore. I launched my own digital marketing agency back in 2015 and my own marketing blog in 2016, where I wanted to document all the strategies that I was learning through my digital marketing experience. And ever since I started my blog, fast forward to today, it's been a little more than 6 years. My blog generates over 500,000 visitors a year, and it also generates a lot of passive income on the site for me. Last year, I was featured in BuzzSumo's list of top 100 content marketers and Foundation Marketing's list of top 100 marketers. So that's about me. You can learn more about me at 99signals.com. So there are a lot of SEO articles in my SEO archive. So you can just expand your knowledge by visiting 99signals.com. So that's about me. Now let's jump right into the topic of discussion today. What is Google EAT? Now, EAT, as you know, as most of you would know, stands for expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness. Now, EAT became a part of the SEO lexicon when Google released its quality rater guidelines document in 2015. Now, if many of you haven't gone through this document, I feel it's very important for you to do that. It's a 167 page document. It basically showcases how Google works. And since it's coming from Google itself, you'll have a fair idea of what kind of content ranks on Google and what are the criteria that Google uses to rank its pages. So you can just expand your SEO knowledge by skimming through the document, reading some of the important points, and that itself will be sufficient for you to expand your SEO knowledge. It's a free document. You can just give a Google search on search, quality rater guidelines, and you'll get a PDF result, and you can just download that and you can access it anytime you want. Now, in the document itself, Google makes it very clear that EAT is one of the most important factors that Google looks into when they're evaluating the overall page quality. And it's so critical that the phrase EAT has been mentioned 186 times. So you know that it's something that's very important. It can't be ignored by webmasters anymore. So that's what we'll deconstruct on this webinar. So let's take each of these aspects. Let's first look at expertise. Now, expertise refers to possessing exceptional skill or knowledge in a particular field, and it's not just about formal expertise, but how you showcase that formal expertise in a way that your audience is able to understand. Now, that is very important, because if we were just talking about formal expertise, then a professor of marketing from Stanford could easily outrank Brian Dean and Neil Patel. These are the leading marketers out there right now. But because you need to translate whatever you know into a language that your audience can understand, that's why it's not just about formal expertise. Having said that, formal expertise is very important when it comes to YMYL topics. Now, this is what Google calls your money or your life topics, and generally it falls under medical, financial, or legal advice. That's why when you have medical websites out there like WebMD, if you check their blogs, they are mostly written by actual doctors who have experience in the field. So formal expertise is important when it comes to YMYL topics. For non-YMYL topics, it's all about demonstrating your life experience, right? And some of the pro tips to improve your expertise would be to use a tool like Spark Toro, which is a tool by Rand Fishkin. I'm sorry. So this is a tool that he created after he quit Moz, and this is a tool that's been creating a lot of buzz in the market. It helps you gain a deeper understanding of your audience. You'll get to see what they read, watch, listen to, their user behavior online. So it'll give you a understanding of the buyer persona of your audience. And next, keyword research is also very important, because using the right keywords in your content is super important. And for that, you need to use a tool like SEMrush. There are a lot of SEO tools on the market, but I've been using SEMrush for over 7 years now. And it's perhaps the best keyword research tool out there. You can generate a lot of keyword ideas through SEMrush. So that's the tool that I would recommend. And you need to create content that aligns with search intent. Now, search intent is something that I'll cover in detail very shortly, but you just need to keep in mind that whatever content you create, you need to keep the search intent of the keywords in mind. Next is authoritativeness. Now, this is synonymous with reputation, not just on a brand level, but also on a personal level. So building your personal brand is super important when it comes to demonstrating EAT. And it's very important that it just doesn't apply to your website. It also applies to you as an individual. So this is why it's very important for you to gain authoritative backlinks. It's very important for you to build your own personal brand. And even if you are not able to build backlinks, just a mere mention of your name or your brand is considered as a signal by Google of authority. So keep that in mind. We'll cover all of these points in detail when I share the tips to demonstrate EAT. So that's the second aspect of EAT, and the final aspect is trustworthiness. This basically refers to the reliability and credibility of your content. And this is especially important for YMYL topics, especially important for financial and medical websites. But it's nevertheless a very essential component for non-YMYL websites as well. So it's very important to get your local SEO optimized. If you have an e-commerce website, it's very important for you to showcase all the relevant local information out there. If you have a physical store, then you obviously need to mention your store address. For bloggers, it's very important for you to flex your cred. You need to feature your author bio prominently on all your posts. And you also need to link out to authoritative external sources to back up your claims. because we live in the era of fake news, right? It's very important for you to make sure that you're linking to authoritative sources. So that's the final aspect of EAT. Now, the $1 million question is EAT a ranking factor? EAT is not a ranking factor in the traditional sense because it's not something that a machine can measure. It's not something that Google's algorithm can measure, because when you look at other ranking signals, when you look at referring domains, when you look at the mobile friendliness of a website or site speed, these are all the things that can be measured by Google's algorithm. But Google uses a variety of signals as a proxy to see if the content demonstrates EAT. So among these signals, domain age, branded searches, total number of referring domains and backlinks, these are all very important when it comes to demonstrating EAT. And also the page speed and security. It's a given that you need to have an HTTPS website. You can't survive with a HTTP website without an SSL certificate. So that's not possible. So these are all considered as a proxy to demonstrate EAT. So in that sense, it is a ranking signal. But there is nothing but there is no way Google can actually measure EAT. So it's a concept that was it's a very human concept. So it's not something that machines can measure. So in the traditional sense, it wouldn't be a ranking factor. But since all these signals are taken as a proxy to evaluate EAT, it's very important to know that it's important. It has been mentioned 186 times in the quality rater guidelines. So that Google really uses EAT as a criteria. So keep that in mind. Now, I'll share a few tips on how you can demonstrate EAT and rank higher on Google. There are essentially 7 points that you need to keep in mind. And we'll start with the first one. The first one is to pay attention to search intent. You need to make sure that your content aligns with the search intent of your keywords, right? So when it comes to search intent, there are two types of search intent that are very important: informational and commercial. Transactional is also very important when it comes to e-commerce websites. Navigational is basically to find your address, but most websites have both informational and commercial content. Now, informational content is basically your blog post, anything where where you're sharing information. And on the other hand, commercial is your e-commerce category page or your product page. So these are the two types of search intent that you need to keep in mind. Now, how do you find out the search intent of a keyword? You can do that through a simple Google search, right? If you have specific keywords in your mind, specific topics in your mind, you can just type the keyword in the Google search box, and you can analyze the top 10 search results. And knowing what kind of content it is ranking, that itself will show you what kind of search intent you're looking at. And based on the search intent, you need to choose the right content type. Now, for example, if we are talking about, let's say, let me pick one of the keywords here. Now, if we are talking about SEMrush versus Moz, right? And here the intent is commercial, because basically a person who gives a search on SEMrush versus Moz, he's trying to decide whether he should go for SEMrush or Moz, and he's looking for information from that particular aspect, right? So in this case, you need to keep in mind that the main keywords that you're targeting are commercial keywords, right? And in most cases, commercial keywords do fall under the product page criteria. Most of the blog posts fall under informational search intent. So it's very important for you to use a tool like SEMrush, because SEMrush will also show you the search intent of the keywords that you're targeting, apart from showing you all the other keyword metrics. And also, you need to update and relaunch existing content. So if you have optimized a particular piece of content for the wrong type of search intent, then you need to revisit these posts and relaunch them based on the right search intent type. And so these are the things that you need to keep in mind. This is the first step of keyword research. Make sure that you are nailing the search intent aspect of your keyword research. The next one, I've covered it briefly. You need to update your content on a regular basis. This is not just from an EAT perspective, but it's also good from a user experience perspective. No one wants to visit an outdated website or outdated article If you're looking for fresh content marketing tactics, you would want those content marketing tactics to be relevant now rather than in 2019. That's why Google prioritizes freshness a lot, and that's why you need to revisit your old posts, and you need to update them from time to time. What I do, the basic hygiene check that I do, is every 3 months I revisit all of my top ranking posts and see if they are providing the most relevant, fresh information. You can also use a tool like Animals Revive if you don't want to go through the analytics and manually choose the post you want to update. Basically, what this tool does is it will show you the content piece that has shown a bit of content decay. That means there has been a traffic decline in this particular post. It'll identify those posts for you. It'll make that job much easier for you, and it'll basically show you all the posts that need an update, right? And you can use this tool. It's a free tool. You just need to give your email address, and within the day you'll get a long list of articles that need an update on your site, right? And it's something that you need to do on a periodic basis. And it's more than just changing the published date of your article. There was a time when a lot of marketers used to do it just by changing the published date. They thought they could fool Google's algorithm and basically start maintaining their rankings at the same level. But you can't do that anymore. When you're updating a post, you also need to make sure that you're adding new information, you're correcting your mistakes, you are adding new visuals. So it's very important for you to update it accordingly. And updating a post can sometimes be just as time consuming as creating a new post. So keep that in mind. Respect this particular process that you follow, and Google will reward you with higher rankings. On the right, you can see an image. There was a particular article which was facing traffic decay, and just by updating the post with new information, I was able to increase the traffic to this particular article by 146%. So that's just an example of what you can do with the content upgrade strategy. Next one is something that we covered in the last webinar as well. Build authoritative backlinks. There are over 200 Google ranking factors, and they keep changing their algorithm. And some say link building is dead, but that's not true. Link building is still very important. It's one of the top 3 important factors for you to rank your pages, and it's still the real MVP in the game of SEO. I'll just share a few techniques to build backlinks. The first thing you need to keep in mind, looking at the Matt Cutts quote on the right, you need to create link-worthy content. These are the posts that are able to generate natural links or editorial links, and these are the kind of links that Google really loves. So focus on creating evergreen content, focus on creating long form content. If your industry, if you see that most of the posts in your industry are long form content, you also need to do the same, and you need to make sure that your content is better than the ones that are currently ranking on top. So those are the first few things you need to keep in mind even before you start generating backlinks. You need to make sure that the content that you create is at least 2x better than the post that is ranking on top. Next would be to steal your competitors' best backlinks. With a combination of competitor analysis and blogger outreach, you can use a tool like SEMrush again to analyze your top 3 competitors, and you can basically steal their backlink strategy. You can, if you have created content that you think is better than theirs, that is at least 2x better, is unique, you can reach out to all the people that have linked to your competitors' websites, and you can try to convince them to link to your website. So it's very important for you to create content that is better than your competitors, and SEMrush can really help you identify which of your competitors are doing well on Google. Now, an easy picking when it comes to link building is practicing broken link building. Now, this is very relevant for new websites. It's not easy for you when you don't have enough EAT to demonstrate to generate backlinks. But link building is a technique that is very easy to use. Basically, you identify broken links on other websites which are covering the same topic as yours, and you can reach out to them. You can send an outreach email saying that I found a broken link on your site. It leads to a 404 page. I have a relevant resource. I have a resource that's better than that you are linking to, and you can basically swap your links with the link that works. So broken link building works like that. And again, you can use a tool like SEMrush or Ahrefs to identify authoritative websites which have broken links, and you can reach out to these webmasters and say that you have a better resource. And the last bit I would like to share is creating interactive content pieces. I just spoke about 2x content, right? So how do you make your content unique? You make it unique by adding you can either add an infographic, or you can basically repurpose your post into a video, enhancing it that much more. Or you can add interactive content pieces like quizzes and calculators to basically make it easier for you to send outreach emails. When you create unique content pieces, when you create highly engaging content pieces like quizzes, you don't just get a lot of readers to your post, but even when you're sending outreach emails, you can say that hey, I have this unique quiz on SEO techniques on this particular post, so this is something that your audience will really value. So it basically makes your outreach email that much more convincing. So you can create interactive content pieces. There are many case studies of companies creating interactive content and generating tons of backlinks. You can refer to these case studies, and you can see how they've done it through interactive content. And you can use a tool like Outgrow, which is not that expensive. You can also use it to create free quizzes, but some of their best features are hidden under the freemium tab. So you can use a tool like Outgrow to create quizzes, and basically enhance your content by creating interactive content pieces. The next is to optimize your author bio. It's very important for businesses to have a business blog, and it's very important for you to build your personal brand. We already touched upon building your personal brand and developing that trust with your audience. And developing trust basically involves having a very optimized author bio, like you see, like the one you see on the right side. This belongs to Barry Schwartz, who's from Search Engine Land, and it checks all the right boxes when it comes to creating an optimized author bio. You also need to make sure that your About Me page has sufficient information about your experience and achievements. You don't need to be shy when it comes to flexing your credentials. People would like to know who it is that is sharing information with them, sharing content with them. And if they really want to trust you, it's very important for you to flex your credentials. But at the same time, you shouldn't go overboard, because it will come across as pompous and self-indulgent. But it's very important for you to showcase your achievements and credentials in a way that establishes trust. The next point would be to get reviews and customer testimonials. I see a lot of websites, a lot of promising websites that don't showcase their reviews and customer testimonials, despite having a lot of reviews on Google My Business page. So this is what good businesses do. Whenever you visit, a SaaS product, like Mobile Monkey. The screenshot that I've taken on the right belongs to Mobile Monkey, and you can see that they have testimonials from all the leading marketers today, and they are talking about their experience with the product. So it's very important for you to showcase your reviews, not just from an EAT perspective, but it also reduces the customer's level of anxiety surrounding any purchase that they are likely to make on your site. And like I just said, lots of influential brands, bloggers, regardless of their size, they use customer testimonials on their homepage itself. And also, if you have a Google My Business page, it's very important for you to encourage your existing customers to write reviews. And you can then showcase these reviews on your site. There are many plugins which can integrate GMB with your website, with your WordPress website, and you can basically showcase those reviews there. So if you're in a business where establishing trust is like super important, if you have an e-commerce business, or if you have a startup where you're selling something, it's very important for you to demonstrate that trustworthiness, and you can do that through reviews. And optimizing your GMB is an essential aspect of doing that. And the next one would be to build your brand. Now, this is a long-term game. Obviously, building your brand takes time. It's something that startups can't achieve straight away, but it's something that's very important in you establishing trust with your audience. And like I said in the beginning, it's not just your corporate brand, it's your personal brand as well. So if you painstakingly follow the first 5 steps that I've mentioned in this presentation, then that itself is sufficient for you to build your brand gradually. So it may take years, but it's worth the effort. And as you can see from the Naval Ravikant quote on the right, you need to embrace accountability and take business risks under your own name, and society will eventually reward you with responsibility, equity, and leverage. So you don't need to you even if you have a business blog where you're writing under a name like editorial team or something like that, it's very important for you to showcase your own personal brand out there so that you can establish that trust. And you really need to put yourself out there, right? But your users, your customers need to understand who it is that they're buying from. So it's very important for the CEO to basically be in the limelight, and that's something that not a lot of startups do. And as you'll see in the case study, the brief case study that we have today, this particular company is not doing that right now. So don't be shy when it comes to showcasing your own personal brand. That's why you need an optimized author bio on all your posts. The next one would be to do keyword research. This is a given aspect, but if you want to show up higher in search results, you need to nail the keyword research process. It's one of the most fundamental aspects of SEO. And the tool I would recommend once again is SEMrush. They have something called the Keyword Magic tool, and it has a sufficiently long database, and you can generate a long list of keyword variations, keyword ideas, long tail keywords from your target keywords. And they have a lot of advanced filtering options to cherry pick the best keywords for your next campaign. Now I see a lot of SEOs out there who use free tools, who use the Google keyword planner for their keyword research, but that's not sufficient anymore. As you can see from a Nathan Gotch tweet a few months back, I really loved this tweet. That's why I took a screenshot and I showed it here. It basically says people who don't invest in SEO tools to save money are like pool builders who try to dig a ditch with a spoon. So that's a very good analogy there. And you need to understand that if you have to succeed in SEO, you need to use tools like SEMrush, Ahrefs, even Serbzilla. When it comes to link building, Serbzilla is one of the best tools out there. It's an up and coming tool. And even new websites can gain a lot by using Serbzilla and knowing how to go about the link building process, right? So those are the 7 aspects that I wanted to cover when it comes to demonstrating EAT. It's a long-term game, but you need to be consistent when it comes to following these steps, and eventually you'll get there. Now, the website that we are covering today is called House to Home. It's a home building and remodeling company, and they basically help you make your dream home come to life. Very good concept, but they're generating less than 500 visitors a month. Their domain rating is 18, which is not ideal. They have very few backlinks. They have very few referring domains pointing to them. So there's a lot of work that needs to be done, right? And one of the basic things that this company is not doing right is showcasing customer testimonials on the homepage. They have a very big quote from the CEO, which may be good from a personal brand level, but there are no reviews right now. And one of the first things that I look at when I'm buying a product is customer reviews, right? Even if I buy something on Amazon, I would like to check the customer reviews, and that's not highlighted on this particular website. Even if it's highlighted, it's hidden somewhere on the website. At least it's not on the homepage. And I couldn't find it anywhere on the homepage. I could find a big quote by the CEO, but that was about it. So there's a lot of work that needs to happen with this website in order for it to rank high. So right now, like I said, this site only gets 500 visits a month, or less than 500 visits a month. They have a blog. They have a blog section. They have a few blog posts, but these blog posts again don't have an author. It's basically the default WordPress admin that you see for all these posts, right? And We don't know who's writing the post, whether it's the CEO or whether it's the team. We have no clue who's writing this post, but they're making some basic errors when it comes to establishing trust or expertise with their audience. And finally, the major problem with this website, in my opinion, uh, like I said, it's generating very few backlinks. The reason for that is most of the traffic is coming to their commercial pages. Out of the 340, 350 visitors that they get, almost 99% of them are coming to their commercial pages, which are their product pages, basically where they talk about their services, right? But you can't build backlinks through commercial pages. I mean, think about what you have done so far, with your blog posts. I don't think you have ever linked to a landing page. I don't think you've ever linked to e-commerce category page. So commercial pages get very few backlinks, and if you have to build backlinks, you need to have informational pages. And when I say informational pages, I'm talking about blog posts, I'm talking about calculators, quizzes, interactive content, basically. And that's something that this website doesn't have, and because of that, the referring domains are few, the backlinks are few, and they're getting very few organic traffic at this point of time. So they need to overhaul their strategy, they need to create some informational content. And just to give you an example of how important informational content is, HubSpot is one of the leading websites when it comes to marketing, and they get millions and millions of visitors. And if you just analyze this website on Ahrefs or SEMrush, you'll find that 92% of their backlinks come from informational pages. So that just highlights the importance of having a robust blog. 92% of their backlinks are coming just to their blog, not to their product pages. Though they have a lot of product pages, they have a lot of courses, it's the blog posts that are getting the backlinks. And it's through this strategy that HubSpot has become such a big brand, right? They have a blog section which is highly informative, which covers a lot of insights. And it's something that they have done over the years to build their brand, demonstrate EAT. And HubSpot would be the perfect example of a company that is doing all the things right, checking all the boxes when it comes to demonstrating EAT. So that wraps up my presentation on EAT. If you have any questions about demonstrating EAT, or how you want to optimize your EAT, you can just go ahead and ask those questions. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope this presentation was used for. Or I hope this presentation was useful and you learned something about Google EAT today.
Sanjit, thank you very much. It was a very I assess it as a great combination of brief yet insightful and quite in depth.
Thank you.
So I have a couple of questions for you, but I'll ask them after Saurabh
Sure.
presents.
So I can take Saurabh's help to answer those questions. That's great.
Because
Yeah.
what I'm
Yeah.
not sure if it might intersect with whatever
Sure.
Rob is going to ask us about. But yeah, you touched on a pretty important topic, is the language of sort of not necessarily like the content delivery, but like the message about your company. That you should use the language that is understandable to a broad audience, to all
Yeah.
your potential clients. And
Yeah.
that's what I want to touch on. But first of all, let's welcome Saurabh. And Saurabh, hi. Are you good?
Hello. Hi guys, how are you? Thank
Good.
you, Alex. Thank you,
You ready?
guys. Thank you, Alex, for inviting me. And Sandeep, very good presentation. Trust me, I learned lot of new things from your presentation and your knowledge. It
That's
is
good to know, man. That's really kind of you, and really happy to have shared some insights. And yeah, I'm looking forward to your presentation now. I would like to see how you approach EAT, and it's one of my favorite topics, like I said. And I would also like to gain some insights, new insights, fresh insights.
So,
apart from Alex,
Saurabh,
apart from this EAT, I will share some live testimonial live projects as well,
mhm.
where how this EAT helps in ranking and establishing the credibility of the brand. Because so many things, guys, so many things is not mentioned in the PPT, so many things is not mentioned in the search quality rater guidelines as well. You need to learn those things by experimenting by your own. Even I cannot also explain you, even Alex also cannot explain you, even Sandeep also cannot explain you. So you need to learn those things, actually how EAT works, what is the real meaning of EAT, by implementing what Sandeep and me are saying, what Google is saying, what Google is suggesting to us, what is the EAT. So I'm sharing my screen. uh, So what exactly is EAT and why does it matter to Google? This is the most important thing. Why does it matter to Google? Why does it matter to Google? For before that, I share my to everyone. I give my small introduction to my audience. I'm around 13 years of experience in this SEO industry. Since 2008, 2009, I have joined this uh, digital marketing industry, SEO industry. At that time, only SEO and the PPC were the main digital marketing tools. After that, some social media and uh, digital marketing evolved after 2011, 2012. I'm one of the most renowned SEO experts in India. Keynote, I give the SEO coaching and have some one YouTube channel with the name of SEO Rana. People knows me. uh, I have some few interviews taken by a few renowned YouTubers and the experts on YouTube. Uh, this is my second webinar with Subzilla, and currently I'm working as a SEO director at Adda 24/7. Is one of the fastest and the best edutech company in India. They have around 25 to 25 million traffic, monthly users, and 25 to 30 million YouTube subscribers. I'm handling around a very big, pretty team in Adda 24/7, and it is a purely a content-based company. From this also I can share some more related and real life experience on EAT with the with this at the 24/7 working experience. And I work with NDTV, Media.net, LG Electronics. Fortis, they were my client. So worked almost every big industry like finance, news, e-commerce. So I have some decent experience working this diverse industries. So let's come on the main topic. Why? What exactly is EAT and why does it matter to Google? This is the most important thing. Why does it matter to Google? Actually, when I started when I started the SEO and SEO career, uh, people were using the on-page meta tag, keyword stuffing, some directory submission, social bookmarking. With the help of these spamming, they were take getting the ranking and traffic. So Google has started penalizing those spam and untrustworthiness sites, which is not valuing to the users information, users life. So Google has started penalizing and demoting those poorly made and poorly optimized and spam websites from their from their results, with the help of their algorithm called Panda, Penguin, Hummingbird, Rank Brain. So these, they have launched time to time multiple uh, algorithm they have launched. So EAT, just like everyone knows here, guys, there's a one request from you, everyone. I hope around 13 people are live here. So I want that you should share this YouTube webinar link, YouTube live link with your communities in your WhatsApp group, on your Facebook, on your LinkedIn. Just say, I am live with SEO Rana, hashtag SEO Rana at Serbzilla webinar with this link. I am live with hashtag SEO Rana at Serbzilla webinar with this link. I request to share this link with your community, and other people also can take advantage and learn something new. Okay, so thank you. EAT means expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness. EAT, it is EAT. Apple and Apple both are two things. Apple is fruit, and one apple is mobile phone. Okay, is a Apple company. So you also does not confuse between EAT is to eat, or what is the real meaning of eat. For SEO industry, eat is a algorithm. Okay, why Google launched? This is the most important thing. Why Google launched? I hope you before I there are few quotes I generally says to my team, to my students in my communities. Before doing SEO, at least start understanding the SEO. So that's the same thing I'm saying to everyone. Before understanding, before doing the EAT, to implementing, before implementing the EAT, just at least why Google has launched the EAT, what is the importance, how you can implement. So why Google launched? Because Google wants to show the best results, guys, best results to users only. This is Google's mission statement. Our mission is to organize the world's information and make it universally accessible and useful. I have taken this from the about.google.com. This is the Google's mission statement. And Google says whatever Google is doing, updating the content, updating the algorithms, uh, time to time. So, what is the real uh, logic, real idea, principle behind this? This is his mission statement. Google wants to show the best results, and Google wants to show the best results, and Google wants to show the best result and wants to show best results from the real sites and authors. Guys, there are two things. Just like there's a project called Home to Home, Sandeep has shared from our audience. Home to Home, that was a real site. That was a site. Okay, and people, Google presents the content. Google's shows the content, shows the results from two ways. It is coming from a website, it is coming from a some blogs. There are two things only, whether it's a commercial and informative. There's a how to guides, there's a buying intent keyword, buying intent pages. You are purchasing the refrigerator, you are purchasing the MacBook. So there's a product pages, so there's a content pages. So content page is written by authors. If if you're searching for what is EAT, I have published a blog, I'm an author. Or maybe HRF or some other company has written a real sites, just like Google. So from the real sites and the authors, who is in the depth knowledge about the subject. Now come to the types of sites and their EAT. Now we have to understand actually what is EAT. I have missed that hyphens in the EAT. Types of sites and there. So you need to understand, you need to categorize, guys, actually how Google define, how Google categorize the EAT also. What kind of website has what type of website has what kind of EAT in a common perspective, in a general overview. Just like this, a business website, you are selling your main commercial, your main intent is to sell your product, so you can be biased. Okay, there is no uh, confusion, or there is no hidden things that you want to sell. You will promote your product, and you will say that your product is the best. So if there is a business website, EAT can be medium to high, we can say. If there's a top news website, is they are not selling anything. News website is not selling anything. Business website is selling it. Just like the real estate website is a commercial intent. It's a electronics website. Is the affiliate website. They are selling. These people, these are selling. They are selling their products. So EAT can be little bit low. Okay, and top news sites high, government agency high, because their intent is something different. Okay, Gor if user is also, because they have established a credibility. Okay, so business website, I'm taking a general. So if you are taking a say something like Flipkart, Amazon, they are the very big websites. So their authority EAT is high, but overall, if we say business websites have medium to high EAT. Now come to the next slide. Why EAT matters to Google. This whole webinar is all about the why EAT matters to the Google. So let's see, we divide our content. Okay, actually what happens, EAT, we are saying because Google wants to show the best results to the user. Best results divides into content. Best, what kind of best results? Best results can be product review. There's a disease and medical information, news events, how to guides, general knowledge. So product reviews. You know what? There's a since last 1.5 year, or since last December, last update, Google has launched a product review update, and majority of product review website has gone down. Even very few have recovered their traffic and ranking. What was the reason behind that product review update? Because Google wants to show that is this review is the real, genuine, as the user, as the expert has already used that product, or maybe he's just doing copy paste or doing some research from the web and publishing that review. So there are two things. If you're watching the movie and giving the review on the movie, or you are reading the comments from the web, or the reviews of other experts, and you're publishing that article, that is not genuine review, guys. So how Google will differentiate that this is genuine review or or a fake review? So these, for that Google launched a product review update. So why EAT matters to Google? So product review also part of EAT. Disease and medical information, is a scientifically proven website or not? The content, is this content is written by a medical practitioner or not? Even in India, or everyone knows some homemade tips, some Ayurvedic tips, some, you have some stomach ache, if you have a headache, you have some joints pain, do this, take this medicine. So this medicine can be harm to your body, can give some side effects. So how you can say that this medicine will help you, or if you have this symptom, so this symptom of the of this disease, so your content should be scientifically proven. Some government agency, I will share some more information and real life examples with you. What is the real meaning of this content? I will include each and everything in the real life example of what Google is giving the value to them as well. News and events, is the fake news or real news? Trust me, guys. So how Google is also EAT, expert, authoritativeness, expertise, authority, or trustworthiness. So trustworthiness. So here trustworthiness is working. Expert, authority, even expert and authority people can tweet or publish a wrong news as well. Okay, they also do it, but what is the trustworthiness is also come here. If a person is not dying, but people are tweeting that person, that Bollywood actor has died, has gone pass away, so it is a fake news, it's not real. Even I have seen some reputable journalists also tweeted these kind of things. So he has expertise, he has expert, he has authority, but his tweet is not trustworthy. So Google will differentiate on these factors. How to guides? You want to download one product, so is this down, how to is this contains, article contains a real step, general knowledge, real GK facts taken from a right resource or not? Okay, so just there's a one website called Britannica. One Britannica is a very popular website right now. You can see that Britannica website on almost every good keyword where you are searching. So why EAT matters to the Google? So here we are understanding why EAT matters to the Google, because Google wants to show the best result. And how Google can show the best results from the real sites, and how Google can identify those real sites. So these are the things. Does that business or company has Wikipedia page? Trust me, guys. Wikipedia page can be a game changer. It itself is authority. If you have Wikipedia, it means that you have at least few not few, many good news authority reference links, that you have done this thing, you have got funding, you have established a company, you got this award, you mentioned in the news website, you got mentioned in your story, Huffington Post, search engine journal, you are the best SEO expert, you got mentions, you got links from the Backlinko, search engine land, search engine journal, Google's blog. So you will give those links, then you can create a Wikipedia page. And Wikipedia page helps you in many ways. So that will increase and establish your EAT. Does that person a good experience? So if Sandeep and me are speaking here, it means just like we have a good experience on this EAT, and that's why we are sharing. If a 2 year or 3 year person cannot share that much relative, that much right information on content on this topic, which we have, because we have worked on several different projects and several different in a different industries. Does that person or organization have any specialization certificate from recognized? Guys, this is real trustworthy science. If you have some NABL credit authority, you have some ISO 9001 certificate, if you have some great place to work in India certificate list, so mention those things on your website homepage in footer. If you have some DMCA, if DMCA means that you have original content, it itself is a uh, sign and trustworthiness. So show those badges on your website homepage, so Google crawler and Google and users both will increase the trust in your website. And there's a one more thing I want to share with you. Please share this YouTube link with your community. I'm sharing with very good thing. You know what? Why EAT matters? EAT, you know one thing, that Google's crawlers comes and crawls our website. Bots, spider, crawler. These are the mechanical algorithm. Do you know that Google has hired a real person as well? How many of you know? Can you type in a comment box that Google has hired a real person who evaluate your website? Do you know this thing? If you know, please type in comment box if you know this. If you don't know, then still you type in comment box that you don't know. I'm waiting for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So Google has hired many Google search specialists, which they evaluate your website with the naked eye, with their real human eye, they check your website with their brain, with their intelligence, and they have that document, they have their training how to check those website, that website on which parameters they have knowledge about those things. So does that person, so it is not about that you make a website, publish a copy paste content, take a content from anywhere, any AI bot content, and create a good website. No. So this is where Google EAT matters and comes into the picture. Now recent, just this October, in August, they have launched a helpful content update. What does that mean? Helpful content update is also a part of EAT. What is we I'm sharing this thing because Google wants to show the best results. Best results means helpful content. So helpful content updates is a part of EAT. If you're working on EAT, so if you're working on helpful content, if you're working on helpful content, then it is a part of EAT as well. Thus, the expert is sharing content on regular basis on social media profiles. It's not like that he has shared the SEO uh, tweet on SEO just once in a blue moon, and he's tweeting on the movies and claiming go best SEO expert, and he out of his last 100 tweets, there are two tweets on SEO and digital marketing. Rest of the politics and the Bollywood and other news, entertainment and cricket. It cannot establish his authority. Does the person a good community in the topic? Does who has written that article or guide? Trust me, that guys, Just like Barry Schwartz or Dennis Ulvin or Marine Hens, if they when they write these article, okay, so Google also tweets their article, Google also replies. So when you build your authority, when your persona on social media on that topic that you're expert, so other authority agencies will also share your articles, your social media links. So this is how you can create your EAT, and it does matter to the Google, because we are creating a backlinks. Backlinks means href. But how many of you know that these social media tweets, social media sharings, your video on your YouTube channel, or your interview on Subzilla, your webinar on Subzilla channel, your webinar on some another big authority channel, that will also kind of a backlink to you. What I am doing, I am not creating, I am not writing a content, I'm not here, I'm not published a blog post, but I am producing a content. I am producing a content which is helpful to the user. Thus this is the thing which Google wants. Now comes to the reputation of the website. Reputation, clients testimony, just like Sandeep has also shared the same thing. Clients say how many your positive reviews, you have negative reviews on your Google. So E8 expertise, authority of trust. If just take an example, if you're the best digital marketing training institute, and they claim that we are the number one digital marketing digital institute or digital marketing company, but the clients on their profile saying this is the worst company, how you will create that expertise, and how you will build your trustworthiness? So clients testimonials on your website, your social media profiles, your GMB, it really matters. Does the website have complete information of business in the about us, contact, physical address? Guys, trust me, recently I shared some recent real life example, real time example in Google web stories from this last few days is not working for many of websites. There is a buzz in digital marketing, SEO industry, blogging industry, that web stories are not working. Somebody has asked on a Google page why web stories has not working, my traffic has been gone down. So official Google person has said that your business does not contain all the relevant information. We cannot trust your business because we don't have complete information about your business. So these small things help. So Google person is saying in the Google official forum, so this is EAT, this is the matters to the Google. Does the website have verified contact number? Does the website implementing the schema? Contact number helps a lot to show your results in uh, Google search. Trust me, it helps you a lot. Now come to the, does the website 100% secure for the user? I'm sharing with my from my experience. I was working with Stellar Information System Limited since in 2009-10. So somebody, their website got virus from some developer system. The website got down by Google that this site is not helpful for your system. This site is not secure. The Google starts throwing the message. I tell you the example. I have account on the hub pages at that time. Even my website got virus. Even hub pages also got banned me. They have deleted my all articles because my commercial project has virus. So this is the impact, not only the website for a few days, even where I have linked that website in my authority good websites, I got a hit from those portals as well. So 100% security, we are working on a content, we are working on about us contacts, we are working on expertiseness, is the real in-depth information. But how many of you are taking care of your security, guys? And this is one more thing. Does the website following Google search guideline? This is the do. There is no question asked that you are not following that. Okay. Is the page's content updated regularly? Yes. If there is a event happened 10 days ago and the same following news is happened today also, so you have to update your content with the latest information. So you have the content information in that page with a periodically with all related information for since just like 1947 to 2022. If you're publishing an article, this president list of president of this company since 1947 till 2022, so you should include all the presidents of that company since 1947. It is not like that you have missed few years, or you are not to adding the 2022. Is it popular on social media? There's a website popular on social media. Yes, it's very important. Now come to the page of website I mentioned on big journals or news website. Just like I have shared the same thing. It does the page is getting backlinks from a trustworthy source. Guys, trustworthy backlinks. Google denies so many times that backlinks are not ranking factors. We don't give the value to the backlinks. You should focus on the content. Yes, you should focus on the content, but if you ask from me, backlink is one of the major ranking factor. And to get the good backlinks, you should you should contact Subzilla. Subzilla has variety of the high authority websites from diverse industries, from all across the industries, from finance, health, commerce, some good blogs, some all the from low high DA websites they have. You can take a backlinks from these websites from Subzilla. And if I there's a backlinks from Trustworthy. If backlinko is linking me, if Subzilla is linking me, if search engine land is linking me, so these things increase the EAT, authority, expertise, authoritativeness, or trustworthiness. Okay. And does that page have data backed reference? Guys, I share these things. I have strictly said this thing to my writers as well. If you are writing any database thing in your website, in your page content, must give reference backlink. Okay, must give reference backlink. So what is the authority? Why you are saying that this, just like, is it 1000 grams in a 1 kg? Why 1000 grams? Why not 990 grams, or why not 1010 grams? Because there is some science, there is a logic behind it, there is a research happened. There is a 1000 grams in 1 kg. So you can link that research and study with your content. I will show you these things. So data back reference link support is very important, guys. Now, this is the EAT as per the Google. Very high level of expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthy. A very satisfying amount of high or highest quality. MC, I try to find out what is the full form MC, but I see, but I didn't find the full form of MC from the search quality guidelines. Very positive website reputation for a website. See, they are saying very positive reputation of the creator of the MC, if different from the website. So there are two things: is a website or author, but they have shared only three things. But these three things is not sufficient to understand what is EAT. So these are the things that you can implement in your website, in your content, then you can create EAT. I have taken this content from the official Google blog, but it does not reflect the whole picture. Is EAT ranking factor? Is one of the biggest question. As per Google, EAT is not a ranking factor. Google denies officially. How many of you say that EAT is not a ranking factor? Is this true or false? How many of you understand? How many of you say? Can you type in a comment box, guys? 8 people are live. How many of you think that EAT is not a ranking factor, what Google says? Is this true or false? You can take your time. I'm just waiting for your answers. Guys, take your time. Type in comment box. Is it true or false? Google says that it is not a ranking factor. But I always refer from Google. Always. What Google says, it always does. What Google never says, it definitely does. Okay. But always, but whatever Google is saying, many times I completely go opposite to that, because yes, EAT is a ranking factor, is a unofficial ranking factor. EAT algorithm works because EAT is not an exact algorithm, because these are the things which create EAT. These are the things which helps you to build a EAT. These are the things which helps you to bring the ranking. These are the things which you help you the traffic and trustworthiness. Now I share you a few more things that how this EAT helps you. Okay, because indirectly EAT helps you to increase in where EAT comes. I have shared these are the things. Trust me, you go. We will share this PPT with you. Subzilla team will share with you. Okay, and cross check your website on these things. Where your website falls, give your audit your website. Give the numbers marking out of 10. Mark, note down these things. Just like I have about us, contact us page, give one number. I have Google My Business page, one number. I have negative review or a positive review, two numbers. Like this, how many followers we have, how many tweeting, how many times I am tweeting in a week on this topic, one time, once one mark. So give self evaluate, give self marking to you on your projects. EAT indirectly it helps you increase in crawling and indexing. Guys, you won't believe EAT helps you to increase crawling indexing. This is, you know what, if you come to me and say that your site is not ranking, and if you're not getting traffic, but before then that, so you know what is the most asked question I have seen my career in SEO? My site is not crawling, my Google is not indexing my pages. Here EAT comes. If you have authority website and if you're still facing these issues, then let's assume and let's imagine if those websites don't have any EAT, even 1 out of 10 or 0 out of 10, then what is the condition of those websites? If you have, just say you have a 8 out of the 10 on EAT score, okay, and still you are facing this crawling indexing problem, let's assume on those websites which don't have EAT, will they get ever ranking? No. EAT helps in increase CTR in SERPs. After a new, just recently, few days ago, Google has launched a new update, new logo and site name will come in the mobile. Your logo, favicon is coming, your favicon logo is coming in SERP, your site name is coming, your website URL is coming, and title tag of the page is coming below of your website name. So what user will see first? Google will see. I haven't attached that screen, I had that screenshot. Guys, you can check any search result on your in your mobile. Okay, and you can see the difference. EAT helps increase, CTR increase. Okay. Uh, there's a one more thing I haven't uh, covered in very detail, guys. When I'm saying that author, expertise, authoritativeness, or trustworthiness. So author who has written an article, Sandeep has shared that thing in his slide. You need to create a good author page. Who is writing that page? Who is writing that guide? Who is writing that article? Who is writing that content? Saurabh Rana has written, Yulia has written, Sandeep has written. So they who they are. If Sandeep has written, if Saurabh Rana is written, so who is Saurabh Rana? Saurabh Rana has 13 years of experience, worked with NDTV, Media Not, working as a SEO director at the 24/7, handling the 25 to 30 million YouTube subscribers. These kind of bio with some reference link of their social media in that author bio will increase the trust. Here is a catch. Here is a catch. Google never accepted that author bio and author page helps in EAT. This is the official tweet of the John Mueller. Okay, you can cross check on the search engine SC Roundtable. Someone has asked that author bio helped in to increase the EAT. John Mueller denied, but it matters a lot. It helps to increase the EAT. Don't listen so many times and so many things Google, but whatever it is writing, you have to follow those things. Because why Google does not accept those things? Because Google does not want to reveal their algorithm. What are the actual ranking algorithm? So Google does not want. That's why Google denies so many things. So never so so use your brain, use your experience, knowledge, our knowledge. Okay, in these things, I am sharing the uh, real life example, real life page for a whatever I have shared till now. Whatever I shared now, this page covers everything. Guys, can you see my screen? Please type in comment box if you can see my screen. What is your thyroid? There's a one more thing, guys. When you are, I strictly say this to my content writer and content team. Whenever you're creating a content, just write a content that a 5 year a boy or girl can understand. Your parents of 80 years age can understand that content. You don't need to create a very hi-fi Oxford level English in your content. You don't need, just because these the level in the way that you are writing your English, your content. Google, the level of difficulty, it also ranking factor. It's easy, moderate, or difficult. Difficult and moderate does not help you to increase the ranking and traffic. Easy language, easy to understand English language will help you to generate a lot of traffic on those queries as well, which you never targeted. Because there is a semantic SEO, there is a LSI. With the help of LSI, Google will rank your content on so many keywords. What is your thyroid? What is your thyroid? Healthline. See, there's a picture. What is your thyroid? They have explained the health. Now, see, there's a one more thing. 1 and 3%. So there is a trusted source. See, can you see this verified sign, trusted source? If you can see from the PubMed Central, go to the source. See, NCBI government website. There's a US official government health website. So they have said 1 and 3%. Why 1 and 3%? Because they have the trusted sources, and they are showing. And I tell you one more thing, they haven't. I am breaking the myth here, guys. There's one more myth. They haven't gave the no follow link to this external link, external site. They have given the do follow link, not no follow. So Google also consider these things as well. See now, see thyroid stability. I share you few more things. 4.3%. See, exactly they have mentioned 4.3%, not 4.4% or 4.5% of people 12 year and old, and this is because this is a data backed reference source content, data backed content with the trusted sources content. See, and the health line process as well, as they are saying what is the process they have followed. Our editorial process, earning and maintaining trust, we how we provide trustworthy, accessible and accurate information. This is a process. So if you are into health medical line, whatever you are typing, whatever you are creating the content, try to update on regular basis, give value, give reference link, give, make that language of the content very easy and understand for everyone. I'm not doctor, guys. You are not doctor. If but if you read this content, read this article with some with some time, if you invest some time, you will understand what actually what is the common thyroid disorder. 5 in 100 Americans. So there is a trusted source, government authority. Look at this. They are saying we have taken this from a government authority website. So you can also understand what is the thyroid problem. I give you few more examples. They have given few more links. 1 in 200 medicineplus.gov. This is they haven't mentioned the now see the difference. Guys, have you checked there's a right check mark verified trusted sources coming here. This is also external link, but this is also a another external government website, but they haven't said this is a trusted source with a verified link. So there is a difference. They have given, but this is not a trusted source. They haven't verified, but still they have given. So still you can trust this content. You can trust this content. So this is one of the best example. Now look at the right side of this page of this article. Was this article helpful? Yes or no? Are you asking these kind of things from your content, your users? Yes. The article, this article changed my life. This article informative, good. See, they are taking the feedback from their customer. They have mentioned all the SEO practices. They have mentioned the right information in their page, data backed content, medically proven content, and apart from SEO friendly content. But apart from this, they are asking from user, will this article help you or not? Yes or no? So these things Google also understand. I share you few more things. Guys, we must read these Google updates for next 10 years. Not these are from the last 10 years, but this will help you for the next 10 years. Panda, penguin, freshness, rank brain. See, Sandeep has also said the same thing. I also said the same. Is this content is latest with the latest information? Is this content updated? So Google freshness update helps here. updated pigeon update, rank brain algorithm, BERT, Google product review update, helpful content. So I have mentioned all these important updates. So you must read. Thank you. If you like me, if you like this content, please follow me on YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram. Must follow me if you like, and say thank you, and share this information with your community. And you are free to ask your questions, guys. If you have any doubt, we will try to help you and try to give the answer.
Thank you, Surab. It was very comprehensive, like quite a comprehensive review on your side. And before we move on to questions from our viewers, Sandeep, I would like to see you here with us. So I want to touch on a subject. Like, you see, we've discussed EAT, and it was mostly it's mostly complex of measures. It's like a maintenance practice you apply to your website, right? So it's I would say content heavy, like it's leaning to content in a lot of ways, and in how important it is in different content aspects, like authority knowledge and expertise. But I would like to know, what is your take on what I'm going to describe right now, because I have faced it not as someone, not just as someone who is occupied, uh, who works in the industry, but also as a potential client. Um, a lot of companies have this cardinal sin of being too vague with their description, which actually I consider a cutoff factor. So you can have all the content in the world. It can be like the best content. Your website might be optimized like as much as humanly possible. But there's this cutoff line where you get what you want. A person visits your website, gets to the main page, and the main page basically says nothing. The message is unclear. Uh, and I see that, like, it's not that it's just not brought up enough in the SEO community. It's not even discussed from what I've seen. And I think it's important for experts to discuss it with their clients in advance before you start any work. Because the issue is, I might be a specialist who is looking for something specific, and I can get into the details and understand what the services are. But if I'm a decision maker, if I'm a CEO or some top man, like I'm from top management, I might not be as knowledgeable. So I get to the website and I see something like information that is too like technical, too specific, or most often it's just vague. You just visit a website, and especially in digital solutions, you see something like, we redefine the future. Like, oh, like my future is pretty defined. Like, I don't want to redefine it. What do you do? What's your use?
Yeah.
This is the thing, like the main page, not just the content, just like copywriting. It cuts off a lot, and it's very annoying to deal with it. Do you address these issues with any of your clients? And what is your stance and opinion on that?
Do you want me to answer it, or you want Saurabh to go ahead and answer it?
No, I don't have the, like, I have, but I want you to like
Yeah.
briefly
So,
just give your
yeah.
opinion.
Sure. So it's a very important point, and we were just talking about backlinks a lot. Both Saurabh and I covered backlinks, right? And I was talking about how informational pages are super important in order to get backlinks. The next most important page is the homepage, right? And you get a lot of homepage backlinks. And if your homepage is vague and doesn't describe your website, in the best way possible, then you're going to lose out on a lot of referral traffic. Like you said, they may have a lot of content that is informational, that is useful, but if the homepage is very vague, then you're going to lose out on a lot of traffic. Also, homepage is the window to your website, right? It basically should convince you as to check out all the other important pages on your site. And if your homepage is vague, it doesn't cover a lot of information, then it's basically you're not doing a very good job when it comes to SEO. Also, there was one point I wanted to raise. It relates to this particular point that you just covered. I was just talking about this website that we covered for this particular webinar, House to Home, right? And I was talking about how this website doesn't have customer reviews. And one of the webinar, commenters basically said that it does have reviews. So I revisited the website, and they do have reviews, but my point still stands. The reviews are not highlighted, right? And me as a user, I would like to see the customer reviews more prominently placed on the website, because they are offering a solution which requires that trust. You're basically redesigning your home, right? And if I don't see existing reviews, then I'm not going to be convinced. Also, the reviews that they have are on an outdated mode of a slider. So basically, when I'm reading one review, it just slides to the next review. And they're using a slider, which is a very outdated sort of a plugin that you use on WordPress these days. So despite them having reviews, it's not very prominent. And again, it's on the homepage. It should be on the homepage, and it should be highlighted more prominently. And I'm not trying to be pejorative towards this company, but there are certain things that they need to do in order to optimize their EAT and their overall SEO better. Alex, you're muted.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Saurabh, do you have anything to add? Or
The
you
same thing. The same thing. I have seen these kind of things many times in my career, where their homepage is not properly optimized. The important things is not properly placed at homepage, because first scroll is one of the most important asset in real estate in your website. If you're not optimizing your first scroll or your homepage footer, your homepage content, you're losing the big opportunities. So first you need to optimize your homepage as well, and the proper placement. It's really very important. And Sandeep, Alex, what you have experienced, I have seen these things so many times, and
In my opinion, it's like 90% of all digital solutions, like all websites of companies
Right.
in the IT sector, and it's
Yeah.
baffling to see.
there's a one more thing I say. I think that most of the companies works on the focus on the client's website instead of their own website.
Mhm. Here's a
Also,
question.
to give you an example, Alex, I mean, one of my favorite marketing agencies out there is an agency called Salted Stone, but they have a very poorly optimized homepage. If you look at the above the scroll content, basically the headline is "Please prepare for takeoff." Again, it's very it's very
Oh,
vague. So yeah, what are you talking about? I mean, which aspect of digital solutions are you talking about? Is it? I mean, when I look at the website, when I look at the homepage, it looks like a company which is into rocket fuel and not into
mhm.
digital marketing. So yeah, your point stands. And I've also experienced a lot of clients having a very vague homepage, and it's one of the first pages that you should optimize.
There's a question from our viewer, which I find quite tricky. So can you get away? That's how I understand the question. Like, can you basically get away from EAT compliance practices and still
Hmm.
prosper? I'm not sure. Like, that's a question for you to answer. Like, I can't answer it. So, are there
um,
any niches, in your opinion, which can get away with it?
I have a few that come to mind, but again, these are not good examples because they get a lot of social media traffic. News websites get a lot of social media traffic, and majority of times they're covering fake news or something that is like something very gossipy. very spammy. And again, for them, the social media channels are the main channel of traffic, right? But when it comes to ranking on Google, and again, I'm not talking about Google News, because Google News, you still find a lot of trash, right? Even when you type a particular topic, you may find a lot of articles on Google News that are not ranking necessarily on Google. So there are some media sites that fall under this category, entertainment sites that fall under this category, but I don't think you can escape it if if you're planning to generate organic traffic. If organic search is one of the main channels for you, then EAT is something that you have to keep in mind. And like I said, it's a proxy. EAT is a combination of a lot of factors. So you have link building, you have site speed, you have security, which Saurabh, in my opinion, covered really well. Um, you know, so these are all the aspects that fall under EAT. So you can't just ignore it and not pay any heed to it.
Thanks. And Surab, there was something you covered on. It was health related, something about thyroid, right? So, like, we have a question. See? Oh, sorry, it's a wrong question. But before we touch on that, the one we have on screen right now, so my website is having medical content. How to optimize for EAT? Like, are there any specifics regarding medical content? Can you?
So for medical content, I share with my experience, guys. I have working experience with big hospital like Fortis Healthcare, and worked with few other hospitals and so many doctors in medical industry. So the thing is that you cannot create a SEO content on in these websites. You have to address a particular condition, symptom, disease, treatment in a particular manner. If you have a corona, if you have in fact suffered from a COVID, so how you can make a treatment from a COVID at home, how you can test COVID, what is the, so these are the things, what are the recovery measures that you can post recovery, post COVID. So these are the things only expert can tell. And this is not a SEO content, how to bring traffic on the website, how to publish a good content. No, you are addressing a content which is impacting the lives of the real people. If you give a wrong information without any kind of data backed, or without any kind of survey, without any of experience, that can harm to the users, public, and you as well. So I will suggest you, for a medical content, don't go with the quantity, go with the quality. Take your time. Yes, create a list of the topics which you want to publish, just like you want to thyroid, or you want to COVID, if you want to Ayurvedic medicine. So create a topic.
Surab,
कि
sorry,
जो keyword- Yes, yes.
we don't have much time left, and
Okay,
so
okay.
am I correct if I like to summarize your answer? It's basically, there's nothing really different about medical content except that you have to be very strict with its quality,
Right, right,
and you have to be very responsible with it, and that's
right,
basically the only and the major difference.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
So let's move to the next question. Um, how to uplift a new domain, not a new product, from zero, as in when we rebrand. Okay. So how to
The
get
only
your
three
project
things I will
to top positions after rebranding?
three things I will help you is when we rebrand. Just for, if you have rebranded, so first of all, do a PR, go on social media. First thing. Second thing, work on your website information structure. Website structure is really very important, and see your URL structure as well. If you have rebrand, so maybe you have changed some URLs as well, XML sitemap,
Mhm.
and technical SEO, and the make a new content. So slowly it will take a new domain to uplift.
Right. To add to that, I mean, Saurabh covered that very well. But one of the best examples in the SEO industry is how Moz rebranded from SEO Moz to Moz. Right? There were a lot of broken link building opportunities for other marketers, but I think they did a very good job when it comes to setting up 301 redirects to all the new URLs. So URL structure is one of the most important things you should look at, because you already have an existing domain authority, right? And you wouldn't want to lose out on that. So it's very important for you to set up a redirect. And Saurabh just mentioned the three best SEO practices when you go through a brand overhaul process. So I think that's very important to keep in mind.
Thank you, Sandeep, for adding that point 301. Thank you.
Thank you. And
Yeah.
we have one last question. So, can I? Okay. What's the difficulty? There's no question. Sorry, I lost it. We had it. What would you? How would you differentiate in terms of priority of EAT? Is it equally important, or is it equally important for online solutions and services and offline solutions and services we promote through? So two types of businesses, right? For online
Right.
businesses
Right.
and offline businesses.
Yeah.
What do you think? Equally important or no?
No, equally important. Also, the trustworthiness, how you approach that trustworthiness aspect of EAT is different for both online and offline. Of course, when you're ordering something from online, you need to have a lot of customer reviews in place. You need to have a rating system in place. You also need to have the delivery information, right? Because people are really impatient. If they order something, they want to know how soon they can get their product, because there's a lot of anxiety surrounding purchases that are made online. So trustworthiness is something that needs to be enhanced in both respects, but how you do it is different. I think I covered that briefly when I did my presentation. So that's what I think, and it's equally important for both these businesses. Also, local SEO becomes more important for offline businesses, right? You need to really optimize your local SEO, and that's something that's a different ballgame altogether. And I think we can probably cover local SEO in more detail in one of the future webinars. But local SEO is more important for a business which has a physical address, where they are selling products at a physical address.
Okay, thank you. So I think it's time to wrap this up. It's been great. It's been very insightful. So I want to thank you. I hope to see you again. I hope to see all of our viewers again and even more of them. So I want to announce that the next broadcast will take place on November 3rd. It's gonna be the same time. And now it's time for a brief overview for our viewers to get familiar with the new task. Like, you're gonna get a task to prove your EAT compliance, and the deadline is going to be December 1st, 2022. You will need to provide evidence you have optimized your content, the content of the website, up to modern requirements, like expert authorship of the content, company licenses, certificates, everything in place. You have a well-developed about page, like any other evidence that, from the standpoint of the search engine, your website qualifies as highly authoritative. And in case you don't have a project at the moment, or you don't have anything, like, just implement all the practices and send us your results. If there are several projects, you can complete, like, it's fairly sufficient to complete this task for one project only. You will get a reward of 3,000 points extra, and you'll get all the details in your email after we finish. So, I'd like, Sandeep, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, I'd like to just, like, say bye. Hope we'll see you
Yeah,
again. It's been a great
sure.
pleasure to have you here. Thank you.
Likewise, likewise. I really enjoyed doing this presentation, and looking forward to the next one.
Sure.
Thank you,
Thank you.
everyone. Thank you,
Thank
Alex.
you.
Thank you, Sandeep.
Thank you. Thanks, Saurabh. And yeah, I'll see all of you soon on the next broadcast.
Sure,
Have a great
sure.
Yeah,
day.
don't forget, you can watch. We'll publish the video. You will be
Hmm.
able, all of you, to see it online, find it on
Awesome.
YouTube and on our social media. So, thanks. Bye.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.